again here. Today I'm going to be doing a tag, as you can see in the title already, and it is the tag, the Emilynoel83 made me buy it tag. I adore this lady here on YouTube. I have been following her since when I first started YouTube like 5, 6, 7 years ago, and she actually really inspired me to start doing my own YouTube videos back in the days, which was like 5 or 6 years ago. And that's how I like got started into makeup. She was one of the very first ones, and I still to this day trust her opinions and what she shares on there, because I just really like it that she's not doing so much sponsored video. She gets PR sent to her. She lets her viewers know that they are PR items and that she doesn't care that they are PR items. She's gonna tell you what she thinks about them. Even when she doesn't like them, she'll tell you, and that's what I really like. And so these items that I'm going to be mentioning are some, at least she's mentioned them at least once or twice in her video, or that she like totally convinced me to go get them. And when there's certain products that when I think of her mentioning it, talking about it all the time, because once she likes something, she will let you know she likes it, and she will mention it a lot. And also it helps us as watchers to watch and not go waste our money or whatever on other products, because she's already done them. And so that's what I'm hoping to do for you guys as well, because I know we all spent like way too much money on this stuff that we love already, and so the less that we have to spend on things that we don't like or we won't like, then we'll have more to spend on the things that we actually do like. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first brand that like comes to mind, mainly I've only heard it from her, and it's the brand Mally. Like, Emily talks about Mally so much, and not a lot of people talk about Mally, and I finally got my hand on this, and this is the Evercolor Poreless Face Defender. And as you can see, I've used it quite a lot here, and it's just a clear kind of like powder like, and it's just a really weird consistency, but like when you rub it on, see how the shine on my nose, I just put it on, it just goes away. It takes the shine on your face away, and this thing like is amazing. I discovered it through her, and I am so glad that I got it, because like I'm oily all the time, and you can see right here in my forehead it's a little bit oily, so I'm gonna put some right there, and it just like mattifies your face like instantly. So this is definitely hands down, Emily made me buy this. And then another Mally's item that she talks about once in a while is the Evercolor Starlight Waterproof Liner, also by Mally. And I have this one right here, and it's just brand new. I haven't used it yet. Oh, this is in black velvet, and it's a very creamy and very black eyeliner, and I really like it. This is my second one. And so, yeah, so those are the only two things from Mally I have picked up. She's talked about a lot of Mally items, but those are the only ones that I picked up. And let's start back from like way in the past, back when people were still talking about these. And these are the NYX cream blushes. And Emily talked about this, and she recommended them, and so I went and I picked out like a bunch of them. I haven't used much of them. But this one I did put a little dent on there back then. I have so many other blushes right now, so I really haven't reached for them yet, but I did really love these, and they actually work really well for my oily skin. Like, it lasted fine as long as I set my face with it. So, and it's very pigmented. Here's a swatch right here. Mine's a little bit dried down. That one is Boho Chick, and then I have this one in Natural. And it's super creamy. You can see how creamy that is. So this right there. Swatch it on my hand. And the other one is not as pigmented, the Boho Chick, because it's kind of dried out, but once you warm it up. So once I warmed it up, here's the swatch for it again. Right there. So I really like this one. This is like my go-to color when I was using it. So I also got the e.l.f. brushes that she recommended. She talked a lot about these, you know, they were $1, and the eyeshadow brush right here, I just really, mine's dirty, sorry. I just really like this. I loved it. I used it a lot. I own like at least 3 or 4. I always had backups of these. I haven't used them much, but I do really like these, and they're so affordable. So that one was her recommendation as well. Of course, they're all her recommendation. But yeah, so the next item that I want to show you is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Blush. And this is in the color Baby Blossom right here. And there was another color, I think it was something Rose Petal or something like that, but it was supposed to be a dupe for the NARS Orgasm, and I picked that up a long time ago and now I don't have it anymore, so I can't find it. But this is also another blush that she recommended, and this one is a cool tone. I have it on top of one of my other blushes today, and I absolutely love this blush. And it lasts a long time as well, just the L'Oreal True Match, this type right here. Another blush item that she also told me about was the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush, and this is in the color Dazzled. I don't have, she didn't specifically, you know, recommended a certain color, but I did get this blush because she talked so highly of it. Like, she talked a lot about these blushes and how well they last, and yeah, so that's another item that I got because of her. Oh, this one is a long time. This is a long time ago, when I kind of first started my makeup wearing and started with YouTube. This is the Rimmel's, what is this? Rimmel's Lasting Finish Lipsticks, and I have it in the shade Airy Fairy. She talked a lot about this shade as well, and it's a very nude shade right here, but I used it a lot and I loved it. It's just it's very creamy and just stays on your lips, and it keeps your lips pretty moist for it being a drugstore lipstick at the time. Oh, and here's another e.l.f. brush that I bought also because of her, and it's a stippling brush, and I love this brush for my cream blushes, and also yeah, just for any cream product that I need to put on. Like, this is the only thing that I use, and I only have one of them. I think I might need to get another one. And also with e.l.f., she mentioned these lipsticks right here, and it's the e.l.f. Moisturizing Lipsticks. She did recommend them. I only got one, but I did buy this one because she recommended. I haven't used it much. The color was a bit bright. It's a little bit bright, and I only have one color. I only bought one color just to test it out, but then I have so many other lipsticks, and also, like, I wanted something a little bit longer lasting and more pigmentation, and so I didn't pick up anymore, but this is good as well. It's also very creamy on your lips. And speaking of lipsticks, they're the Wet n Wild matte lipsticks right here. I picked up 4 or 5. I didn't take it all out, but I have a bunch of these, and I bought these because she recommended them, and they were fairly cheap. And another thing that I liked about Emily is she keeps a lot of her things drugstore. Like, she recommends a lot of drugstores, and when she recommends a certain high-end item, she'll always refer it to a drugstore item. And another, like, long time mention that she also mentioned back in the days was the Revlon Color Stay lipstick in Cozy Coral, and this one and this is it right here. And let me swatch that. It's so pretty, and it still feels so amazing. I've had this one for so long. It's like, I'm never gonna let this thing go because it's like part of my first starter collection. I know it's old, you're supposed to throw it away, but it's still fine to me, and it's kind of like part of a memory, so I'm just gonna hang on to this for a long time. But she also recommended this, and she talked a lot about the Color Stay lipsticks. And so from there, moving on, she started recommending these right here, the Revlon Color Burst lip stains, and these are amazing, you guys. These are so pigmented, and they're like a super pigmented chapstick to me. That's how I feel. That's the color of this one right here, and it is the color Romantic. And they have a lot colors coming in and out, discontinuing, and and so usually what I like to do with these is when I go to Walgreens or Rite Aids or something like that, and I look in their clearance section, when they get rid of a color, they'll always clearance it out for like 50% off, or sometimes even less, and that's usually when I buy these because I have so many of them already. And so when I want a new color, so you can see I've used this one like to its last leg. So that's how I look for new colors with these, because I don't really go out and buy like new release colors. I just look for the clearance one because they're new. I probably don't have them. So yeah, that's a tip on how to get them a little bit cheaper. And continuing with lips, she recommended the Lorac, basically Lorac products. She talked about them for a while, long before they were discontinued from Sephora, and then after that it wasn't at Sephora anymore, it was only at Ulta. And so she recommended a lot of Lorac stuff for me, and these were some that I picked up due to her recommendation. And then sticking with Lorac, she sold me on this right here, and she got me started on this palette right here, and it's the Lorac Pro palette. And she talked so much about this before anyone else did, like before the first one who told me about this. And then I started kind of, looking up more into it, because this was the second high-end item that I bought after my Naked palette. And I was getting bored of my Naked palette, and because like everyone was using their Naked palette at the time, so I wanted something different. And she told me about this and totally recommended it, so I went for it, and now I own like all 3 of them. And also after that palette, she started talking about this baby right here, and it's the Lorac Mega Pro first one. I have all 3 of them, but this was also my baby for a long time. I didn't, it's still pretty full, but this was also due to Emilynoel that I picked this one up, and I'm so glad I did, because it's like one of my favorites. I think there's a lot of dupes in here for a lot of the palettes that I have. So I really, really adore this one. Alongside with the shadows, I'm going to mention a couple of the eyeshadows at the same time, because I don't want to just go through them one at a time. But mainly were these right here, and they are the Wet n Wild Color Icon eyeshadow palettes. And this is only one that I have here. I have like all the other ones. I have the 8 color pans, and I have most of them. But I depotted them and I gave them to my mom, since I have so many other palettes here that I don't reach for these as much anymore. But these were so amazing when I bought them, and she recommended these. She loves the Wet n Wild. She's always talking about them, and I just remember Wet n Wild, like these color palettes right here, these palettes right here. When I see them, I just think of her recommending them to me. And then also she recommended these. All these other ones right here. This is the L'Oreal Paris Color Rich eyeshadows in, what shade is this? Good Luck Charm. She talked about this in one of her videos, and I really like the pinky color. And I don't think at the time the Naked 3 hasn't come out yet, so there wasn't any like pinky tones. So I went and picked that one up, and I still have that. And then also this palette right here, the Maybelline Expert Wear, and it is in the Autumn Coppers. This palette right here I still have. I didn't use this as much, but I do love this color right here for the, like, it could be the Naked 3 dupe color, like one of the Naked 3 dupe colors right there. So I really like that one. I actually am wearing all of these on my eyes today somewhere. I incorporated all of them into my look, except for this one. And then this one is another Expert Wear, and it's in Chai Latte, and this is like the older version of it. And now that, this is the newer packaging, but this is the older packaging. And I just really, really like this. I love this gold right here. Look at how beautiful that gold is. So this is really, really worth your money if you, can only afford a couple shades. I mean, a couple palettes, small palettes like these. I would totally recommend these. And these were the ones that I still hang on to. I didn't depot them, and I just hang on to them because they're so great. I mean, I can just take one, to go somewhere really quick. And so another brand that comes to mind when I see the brand, I think of Emily, is the e.l.f. brands. And she mentions a lot of items from e.l.f. because they're so affordable. I mean, who wouldn't? And an item from e.l.f. that she recommended was this e.l.f. lip balm right here. And I got it in grapefruit. And I love this lip balm. I used it a lot. And it really keeps my lips moist, and it doesn't dry, it doesn't chap. And then also another item that she mentioned were the e.l.f.'s contouring palettes, and also the contouring highlighting palette. I don't have them here. I think I gave them all away. But they, look like these. So I went and I bought like all of them. And there was a square one with the 4 colors that she also really, really likes. I think I need to go get a new one because everyone talks about that. And I've bought it, I've liked it, and I just I gave it away. I just decided to give away all of my drugstore items, and so I just need to go pick up some more. I also recommended this e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer right here, and I really like this. I don't use it as much because I try not to use too much stuff on my face. I just feel like when I use too much, it just clogs up my pores. But that was before I like exfoliate so much and, you know, keep my face really clean. And so now I'm fine using primers and such, but I do really like this one as well. And then last but not least, I'm going to mention a couple of foundations that she definitely recommended for me. And one of them is the Revlon Color Stay. This is a long favorite of her and of mine. I got this a long time ago, and it just stays all day. I just really like it. Not 24 hours, I wouldn't say, but it just makes my face matte all day, and I really like it. And then also this one, sorry, it looks really gross, but it's old, and I have had it for a long time, and I stopped using it because I have another bottle. But then you can see how much I've used of this one. Like this was my third bottle for the longest time. Before I like got all my other foundations, this one was the only one that I was using for a really long time because it kept my face matte and it didn't break me out. And then also because it had the SPF 20 in there. This one probably doesn't have the SPF anymore. It's probably expired. But you can see how much I loved it, and it was my third bottle. The only thing is I don't like that the cap is all dirty. Like when you have some left on here and then you close it, just didn't like that. And then finally, last but not least, this I know for sure she recommended to me, and I don't know why I got the color Fair, but this is the Glamouflage, let's see, the Hard Candy Glamouflage Foundation, Invisible Camouflage Foundation. And I got it in the color Fair because I think it was the only color that they had, or something like that, but it does matches my skin. It might be a little bit too light, but it does work. And then now that I have this right here, the makeup drops, I will go ahead and put them together and use them together so I can drop this and make this, you know, to match my skin tone. And I do really like this as well. It's very cool, full coverage. It's heavy, thick, full coverage. This foundation right here. Definitely check it out if you're looking for that. And this one I got at Walmart. So I believe that is it, you guys. Those are all the things that Emilynoel convinced me or recommended to me and made me buy. Definitely they were all her input on them. And if you haven't checked her channel out, please go check her out. I'll put the link down below. And she, you know, she's just very down to earth. And she was a news anchor before, so her, like the way she talks is very professional, but then it's also very down to earth. And the details that she gives out is very clear. And when she says that, you're like, oh, yep. That's when I'm watching her, and that's how I feel. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. Definitely go check her out. And if you have things from Emily's recommendation that you like, leave them in the comment and let me know what you like from her recommendation so that I can check it out if I haven't done so already. And okay, so if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. And remember to subscribe for more videos like these. And I will talk with you guys in my next one. Bye!